For far too long, Africa has lived through a history of slavery, theft, foreign rule, and the darkest place in human history that the world brought to her doorstep. 400 years later, Africa's scars have birthed a dynamic, onward, and rising people. Join the Inspire E-Conference 2021 as great minds edify on the positioning of the new rising star. Starting on the 9th to the 14th of August. Africa, get ready.
Our guest panelist is Miss Shea Vaughn, a leading wellness and fitness expert whose work has won the endorsement of the City of Chicago and the Chicago Department of Public Health. She has trained and consulted with corporate leaders, celebrities, and innovative entrepreneurs around USA, affectionately earning her the title of America's Queen of Wellness. She's the founder, she's the CEO of Worldwide TV, WWTVN. Worldwide TV marketing website is www.wwtvn.com. She's a best-selling author, keynote speaker of Health and Fitness Authority. And I mean, there's a lot more. And Shea, we are very, very delighted to have you at Inspire Africa. And we welcome you to speak to the audience and share your insights with us at Inspire. You're welcome.
Elizabeth, thank you so much. That was so kind of you to do that. I am so excited to be here. And you know, the first thing I think that I want you to know about me is that I love Africa. I love Africa. And the other thing I want you to know is that I'm grateful to be here on this panel with such educational wellness experts. I've been in health and wellness and nutrition for decades. I wrote a book, I'm just going to show it up because I'm just going to be talking from my heart today, and it's called The Breakthrough. And I hope that all of you have that opportunity to be able to break through some of the things that you want to get rid of, that you want to, move forward to the next level. You need, help in whatever. So this is called The Breakthrough, the 5 living principles to defeat stress. We all need that. We need to feel better about ourselves, and we definitely need to find well-being. So I was listening to the collaboration session prior to this, and I'm talking about it because collaboration is so important when it comes to wellness, because the reason for that is that you need collaboration. You need people that can be partners. You need communities that can share things that maybe you don't know, but things that you know they need to know. And bringing these together and uniting this together is the way that it starts out. We all need to take those special steps, one by one. Not when we're born, we're not running. We're just learning. We don't know anything. And then as we grow, we get the education and we learn what we need to do to get to where we want to be. So I just wanted to mention that because I listened to that and I thought that it was great. These are some things I'm going to ask you to start out with. So this is what we're going to start with. Power up your mindset for success. I'm going to say that again. Power up your mindset for success. We all want success, but where does it all start at is right here in your mind. You get a thought, a little tiny think comes into you, and then all of a sudden it becomes an idea for you. And then the next thing you know, you're thinking about, this is something that I might really want to do. And that's how we actually put things into our mind that are positive. So when you power up your mind, let me ask you a question. And that is, don't you think that nourishing your mind is as important as the food that we put in our bodies? Of course they are. We need to get rid of all of those things that are negative. And I know that it's hard sometimes to do that, especially when you're in pain, when you're suffering and things aren't going your way. Know that you can turn that around, because you need to do that. You need to set your mind and believe in yourself and know that if you really believe and you give everything that you have, you will make it to the other side. So I want you to write that down, power up your mindset for success. Nourishing your mind, believe in what you say. And the other thing is realize that what you think is actually what you say. And the other side of that is really important is that what you say is what people see. And that's how they see you. So try to bring some joy into your life. Life is hard. We know that, but it's not impossible. Your actions are powerful. Please write that down. They are. And when you use the right actions, this is what you get. The right attitude equals the right results. So I wanted to start out with some things that I could give you to think about, chew on, even once this is over with, because you do want to make some breakthroughs. And this is the way to do it. And I'm here to help you. So in anything that we do, we need tools, we need some guidance, we need something that's going to help us. And we need something that we put together, a plan. And I'm going to give you my 2 things for my plan. The first thing that I do is that I give thanks to God. And I thank him for all the good things that he has given to me. But I also thank him for all the things that he really put on me that weighed me down, that gave me pain. And many times it was way too long. And so I would, look up and say, God, isn't it time to get rid of this? But guess what it taught me? It taught me that he's not the one that's making it stay. We need to give ourselves the right to walk away. It's over with. It's done. You've got that done, and you don't need to carry it any longer. And so that's the first thing I do. Always give praise and thanks. The next thing is I think about the 5 principles of wellness. And I'm going to go through these tools, and I want you to write them down because they are going to change your life. So they are, I'm going to just tell them to you: commitment, perseverance, self-control, integrity, and love. And I'm going to go through each and every one of those with you because they are so compelling. So sometimes when we think about commitment, think about how many times we said that we were going to do something and we really thought that we were going to do it. But what happens? 2 weeks later, it's gone. Why? Well, because you're not committed enough. If you're not committed enough, it's got to be like committed, like putting food on the table or going to work or finding a job or whatever that happens to be. It's got to be something within you that you want so bad that you're going to work for it. So commitment, most people fail, not because of lack of desire, but because the lack of commitment. And the other thing is we never fail unless we give up on ourselves. It's not other people that are doing that. They're not judging that. You might think that that is it, but it's not. We fail because we don't do what we need to do and that we give up on ourselves. So commitment is the number 1, and you need to make it and realize that if you are going to get to the other side, that you're going to have to do some work. There's always work in everything that we do. Nobody gets it. I don't care how much money anybody has or doesn't have, it doesn't make any difference. Sometimes it's easier for some people, but they still have work that has to be done. And so perseverance is really that. It's like that, I can do it. I'm not going to give up. I won't walk away from it. So don't quit before the blessings start to come. And so many times we give up when we're almost there. We've already done some of it, but it gets so bad that we just can't do it anymore. So you're going to just take that right out of your mind And you're going to put on, I am going to do this. I will get there. Those are the important things that we want to find in our minds and put in our minds to be healthy. Commitment, perseverance, self-control. You know, self-control is all about stepping up and taking and knowing that you're going to do this on your own. If you're thinking all these people are going to help you, I'm going to be the first person to say to you, that's not going to happen. You need to be the one that's stepping forward and making it happen. Sometimes the panels, are not even on things. And sometimes it's harder one time and the other time that wasn't so bad. Perseverance is hard. You want to get through that. And the commitment, self-control is only you can do it. It's just you. It's on your shoulders. Accept that. It's okay. It's okay. So we've talked about commitment, perseverance, self-control, and I want to talk about integrity. Integrity is who we are. And so many times we're more honest with other people than we are with ourselves. So sometimes we need to ask ourselves this question: how hard are we trying? Is it 50%? Is it 20%? Is it 99%? And here's what I have to share with you, is if it's not 100 or 110, you're not going to get to where you want to be. It has to be 100%. So these 5 principles are so important in this order to realize this. And anytime that you are going to think about something that you want to do, something you want to break through, whatever it is, because I'm going to tell you a story in a little bit. But the 5th one is love. And love, I can remember as a younger girl that people kept saying, well, you need to love yourself. You need to love yourself. And I'm going, I don't know how to do that. I'm just hearing those words. But we work hard when we give grace to God for all that he has done for all of us. When we realize that there is work to be done, and we do those things, we feel so good about ourselves that we learn to love ourselves. And when we love ourselves, the wellness that comes out of this is that this gives you the opportunity to help other people. And that's what we want to do. We want to be that mentor. We want to walk the walk and talk the talk and do what you're telling other people to do. You need to be able to do them every single day. There's no breaks on this. You have to do it every single day. And you need to become that person and be that person. And our children, the people that we love, all the people around us, they do not learn by the things that we tell them to do or ask them to do. They will only do the things that they see you doing. And so this is a way to bring a family together and to have leadership into that by doing what you need to do to be healthy. I saw a lot of people talking about, food and all of those things, and so much of that is so important. I mean, I also feel that on the nutrition side, if something is going to, cause cancer, don't eat a little bit of it. No, don't eat it at all. You don't need to eat things that are not good for you. It's not necessary. And once you start to do that and you realize that your whole body and your mind and everything gives you energy to be able to do the things that we're talking about. And that's wellness. So I want to tell you a true story. when I do classes and I teach and I do all of those things, I always ask, because all of my students and clients, they all know the 5 principles. And so I always ask them, did something happen to them this week or this last month or whatever, where they had to actually use these principles? And the hand went up, and it was Scott. And I turned around to him and I said, what are you doing? What's happening? And he said, this is his story. And he said, Friday, I was fired. And yesterday was my last day. And he said, I got up and I went to work. I wasn't feeling very good, obviously. And he said, I got there and I sat down and I realized that they didn't care if I showed up or not. It was my last day. And he said, my first jerk reaction was, I'm going home. And he said, as I got up, I couldn't help but to hear your words in my ear: commitment, perseverance, self-control, integrity, and love. He said there was a program that they were actually putting together. And so he decided that he was going to finish it. And he said, took me longer than I thought. I had no help. And I got in places where I, couldn't, didn't even know what to do, but I figured it out. All of these things. And he said it was late when I actually got done with it. And he said, when I finished it, here's what I felt. I was committed to do the right thing. I persevered through it when it was hard. I was honest with myself that I was the only one there to do it. I was honest because I knew it was going to take my time and I was willing to actually give that back. And he said, when it was all over with and it was time to go home, I loved myself. I was proud that I did that. I felt good about it. And he said, I got up and I went home, and guess what? Because he did the right thing, 2 weeks later, they called him back. So I just want to leave you guys with just this little bits that I've given you right now, because I know that there's a time issue. The 5 principles and how you really put things in order, that you believe in yourself. Anything that you say, just believe it. And all of the things, they don't happen overnight. They never do. But the more that you do of that, the more that you will receive and the more that you will be able to give. And so I want to leave you with this thing. And that is, be honest with yourself. Tell yourself when you're getting things that are coming into your mind that are negative, they're not going to help you. In fact, they're going to keep you where you are instead of getting you to where you want to go. Just fly that away. You don't need it. And believe in yourself and give God the graces that he has given you to succeed. Thank you guys so much.